that you allow all of your colleagues in the room to hear what I have to say and every fact that I'm going to announce. This joint public hearing, thank you. This joint public hearing was convened to discuss the proposed phase-out of Jamaica High School and the proposed co-location of new school Q350 with the schools in building Q470.
I'm with the grassroots education movement and education notes. You know, what saddens me is that people came here and spoke to these guys from the heart. And I've been to a number of these hearings, and I know it's meaningless. There's no heart, and they don't care at all. Now, I know Mr. White doesn't care. That's been a given forever. He's part of that crowd that let's privatize the school system crowd. Mr. Mendez is actually a professional educator, has been in the system for a while, and I respect him. I actually met him when he first started a school in the Eastern District, and he actually went to a speech channel hearing in which he talked about his graduation rate. And so what bothers me is that Mr. White is a known given, but Mr. Mendez, professional educators, have gone to the other side, to the dark side, which is really disappointing. He bragged about his graduation rate at his one of 3 schools in the Eastern District. So I did a little investigation, and I spoke to people there, and just curious, because I know the realities. I taught 8 blocks down from his school. I know the realities. I know there are if you cream certain kids, your graduation rate will go up. I understand that, so I started investigating, and yes, they worried back, hey, Mr. Mendez started equal with the other 2 schools, but eventually, maybe his skill was a little higher, he began to cream certain quality kids, so his graduation rate rose. He knows that. If he doesn't know that, then he's been living in a dream world. The fact is, charter schools are creaming, special schools are creaming, they're not taking the most difficult kids to teach. I would flip-flop every other year from the top class to the bottom class. You don't think that every single teacher knows there's a tremendous difference between the 2 situations. And he'll tell me, we'll differentiate instruction. Yeah, with 35-4 in a class. And he'll go back to your 34 and say, what? It's your fault? You didn't differentiate instruction. The shame is that the professional educators have went over to the market-based system. Take a look at Chicago, as the gentleman said. 15 years. Failure. Failure, failure, failure. And you know what you guys are doing? Mr. White will never have a conscience about it, but Mr. Mendez might one day. You have gone to the dark side, which will destroy an entire generation of children. Because I will bet my pension, which Mr. Klein wanted to take away, but he, of course, took his own little pension of $34,000 a year, after complaining in the Wall Street Journal, and of course Mr. White will probably take a pension too if they all complain about teacher pensions. They all complain about LIFO, oh yeah, get rid of the 5% of the worst teachers, and you think that's going to make a difference? Because you're going to get 7% worser teacher if you do that. That's the reality. You set up a system that will fail. I have no doubt. I was in the system for 35 years. Your system will not live, but it'll take a generation of students that you will kill. 75% of your graduates have to do remediation. We know there's scams going on in every school. They're playing with the grades. The Times reported it today. It's only the beginning. Teachers have been telling me this time and again. My principal threatened to fire me unless I pass the kids. There's cheating on the regents. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on. And you all turn your back to this. And then you're going to go and brag about your grade has risen. You've destroyed a generation of kids. You'll continue to destroy a generation of kids. And as I told Mr. Klein, in his 2nd or 3rd year, I said, the school systems of Baghdad and Kabul will recover sooner than the New York City school system from the work you guys have done. And I'm very sorry to see it happening, but you guys are bearing ultimate responsibility. And you look back at 25 years, and you will see what you've done.